along with the Samruddhi Express highway. So such thing has to be done. Such thing has to be thought of, because when you are acquiring a land for a highway, it is very small land is required to lay the pipeline along with the highway, and it is also a parallel infrastructure. So lot many things can be done, lot many things can be thought, but only thing is that we should be in a one line. We should be aligning with the government policies, and executors should align with them. So thank you very much. With my little knowledge, I just want to say this is one of the wonderful forum, and thanks to Repa and Mr. Iyer. Though I very specifically communicated him that sir, I am retired now. So he told me, no, still you are required to come here. So thank you very much for calling me and allowing me to speak. Thank you very much.
So the beauty is we need people like him. See, that was my first Prime Minister biography. I have written 4 biographies: Atal Shastra on Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Narasimha Sutra on Narasimha Rao. So that was in 2016 was Vajpayee biography. 2022 actually was biography of Narasimha Rao. Then immediately I ended up saying I am an agnostic. So I ended up writing on Rajiv Gandhi last year. वो भी रिलीज करी राजीव संविधान. फिर मैं फंस गया. मैंने कहा अब मैं मनमोहन सिंह साहब के लिए क्या करूं, है ना. तो मैंने कहा कि वो ब्रेन में बना क्या दिनों हम बुक तो बन रही थी, टाइटल नहीं था, ठीक है. तो हमने कहा कि ये तो बहुत बड़ा बात है. दैट वी कॉल्ड इट मनमोहन ग्रंथ, है ना. सही से बिल्कुल देखिए, ईच बायोग्राफी हैज अ नेम एंड इट इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वन. सी ही वाज द ग्रेटेस्ट statesman, Dr. Manmohan Singh. If anybody reads this chapter, I will tell you, until 2050, the influences of his policy thought is very important, and I hope the Niti Aayog picks up like you said. So certain things, no era can change it. I'll give you an example. Because I announced while releasing Manmohan Singh's biography कि अब मैंने 4 प्रधानमंत्रियों का कर दिया है, ठीक है. और generally I do it when the प्रधानमंत्री is not there. So only Vajpayee साहब when he was alive, I did the biography, but at that time he was not in a position to even understand what's happening. तो मैं मिला भी हूँ उस मामले में, लेकिन बाकी 3 प्रधानमंत्री जब नहीं है तभी की गई, एंड मनमोहन सिंह की सबसे फास्ट लिखी गई और सबसे फास्ट लीज करी गई. और अभी जो मैं कर रहा हूँ, आई एम टेलिंग यू, इज टू शेक अमेरिका. आई एम राइटिंग द बायोग्राफी ऑन द लॉन्गेस्ट सर्विंग प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ अमेरिका. इट इज विल बी फॉर फर्स्ट इंटरनेशनल बायोग्राफी ऑन एनी लीडर. इट इज ऑन फ्रैंकलिन डेलानो रूजवेल्ट. ये तो इन ट्रम्प साहब को मजा आएगा जब मैं ये डालूंगा. बहुत सारी चीजें आएंगी वर्ल्ड वॉर के बाद.
We are here to offer a solution to solve this problem. So my observation after having interactions with the industry leaders, I come to the conclusion we have the money, or we need the money, we have the brains, we have the skill, but we do not have the jigger. That jigger is now really needed, and this is the right time when we come across and offer you these opportunities. कल करेगा, कल करे सो अब, आज करे सो अब, पल में प्रलय होएगा, बहुरी करेगा तब. You people have to decide. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. With that very motivating speech, and when we made the idea forum, as we discussed, I was telling that there is no trade bloc called India, Middle East, Africa. We are not talking about India, Middle East, European economic corridor. Europe is offering nothing. They will only say, you take our mass, you take our technology, you take our this, take our what is technology if it is not useful at affordable cost to people. So my question is, we must look at India, Middle East, Africa. This is the whole game, and so he is going to chair our idea forum work, because Rausa brings a lot of wealthy experience, and also his links with the African territory is a useful thing for us for sure. And I think, you will see a lot of expansion in our whole approach to working on the funds. You will see 100 people contributing to this funding model. So for me, like Om Fukzan, is just not an associate for asking for her own fund. She has opened up 20 billion worth of discussion with the Bhutan government, different area. This is what she is. So please give her a good hand. The opportunity for Bhutan will come only from leadership of Futsal, not for her, but for the country. Hello. So this is the thing. So if we outliners understand to what extent it's going, you must wake up and quickly work with people like us, rather than only looking at the banking system and others. The banking system will offer what it is doing. We are not against it. But वो project financing में नहीं आ सकते. उनके पैसे बड़े costly. I'll give you an example. The ESG report of probably the biggest green energy company, because there are two big green energy companies in India. One is Adani Green Energy, and the second one is Greenco. And Greenco's assets are different. They are into hydro, pump storage, and as I told you, Pinnacle. They are a very good company, and both of them are members in Sabe of REPA. Adani Green Energy is very dear in mine. I've been mentoring him. He's my junior from the college. After second year, he went and joined Government. In between the engineering, he completed half in Gujarat. And when that time I said, यार पहले की तरह ये फायदा नहीं है, आप जाइए, आप रिन्यूएबल की तरफ जाइए, कभी ₹1 के रेन्यूएबल का बात नहीं हो रहा था. It was the ultra mega project of Mundra, which was to be done. That time I was very. The first bit is that. Okay, this is the signing off. Okay, so we will have this thing event now. Before that, I feel Sehgal sir should say a few words, and then we will have the signing ceremony. An MOU between, our Yarke group and आपके साथ. So this is the last part of the story. But if any question answer there, we are ready to answer after some time. We'll open it for 10 minutes question answer. First, Sehgal sir, please.
My friends on the dais and ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of introduction of my company, SPG Project Consultants. As Mr. Professor said, it's a startup of veterans. Actually, we are a group of course, we have youngsters as well. So we are a group of team of rather superannuated BPCL senior management officials who had experience of more than 35 years in the same company, and we had challenging assignments and also very complex projects we have executed. And I'm delighted that some of the very senior persons are present at this moment, and I just want to introduce what our team is. You can understand the value of that team. Mr. V.K. Raina, Vijay Kumar Raina is sitting on the extreme end of this sofa. He was director of marketing in Bharat Petroleum, and he is close to 80, but still he wants to be intellectually active. This is what he uses whenever he talks to me. I want to be intellectually active, so involved in each and everything. And he was. No, he has not acted, he has not contributed only for Bharat Petroleum. As a nation, to the oil and gas industry, he was a very well respected figure in the oil and gas industry. And 2 or 3 things I will tell you about him. When in mid-90s and 90s, when the auto LPG came into picture, it was not talked about before that. So he was the brain behind the whole thing. What the policy should be, auto LPG, the design of kit, properties and all those things, main advisor. And also it was to be done in combination with the petroleum industry and the Ministry of Surface and Transport industry. So those who manufacture the automobiles. So it was a very, very mammoth task, and this is how he accomplished that. And on LPG, he was the chairman of World LPG Forums, I think on 7 or 8 occasions, whether it was held in Bali or Morocco or Argentina, Paris, Vancouver, California, Delhi. He was the chairman of that. He is the personality who is sitting amongst us. So you can understand the kind of the team members we have. Similarly, Mr. Endas Gupta, on the backside of Mr. Professor, Mr. Endas Gupta. Now, in short, I can tell you that he's a hardcore operations man in both LPG and petroleum or POL we call it. And he's the author of 5 OISD code. What is OISD? Oil Industry Security Directorate. So there is a safety norms, which are framed and they are applicable and they are mandatory. So he is the author of that. Such people look very simple, but they are. And now he is talking about hydrogen thing. One day we were sitting as a team. He said, last time when we met in Delhi at New Delhi Institute of Management, and so some people raised questions that there's no. We are talking about hydrogen manufacturing and all, but there is no specific clear-cut score, for that, which one should be followed. In fact, tendering is becoming difficult, especially for the public sector undertaking. No, on his own, at this age, he went, he said, this is the code from German, this is the code for, they are supporting us in this action. I think we should take their help. Thank you so much.
In fact, somebody walked in and I just forgot. Our very dear friend, we met recently, but as a game changer, we will get Mr. Madan for a minute. So, this is the person, you see him. I think you must stand for a little bit so that my team, everybody over there, has a look on it. So these guys are doing a game changing thing. They are going to bring 16 and integrate with space technology. I will give you 2 minutes so that you can give a little brief to them. Quick one. And why your type of thing can also come in. It was a lesson for me because he established a live 4G network on the table.
Great.
In Delhi. So give a big hand. Live. Without any system. It's device, demonstrated.
Fantastic.
This company is called Electric.
Great, very good. Great.
Thank you, Professor Iyer. Thank you for the thank you dignitaries and people here. So this is the first time I am representing the forum. So getting to know a lot of things, a lot of interesting things are happening. Brief about my background. I am a successful entrepreneur. If you have heard about 4G and 5G technologies, my company was one of the 4th company in the world to develop the technology from scratch. So I'm talking about 2008. I started my company from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. My vision was to make Qualcomm from India. So as we talked about importing of petroleum and other products, 100% of our telecommunication equipment is imported. 100%. We don't export that. Including all our aircrafts or whatever it is, all communication equipment, they're all imported. I want to change it. So my will of building the technology led me to start a company from Indian Institute of Science 2008. 2019 I took it global and I sold my company to a $1 billion company. I was the managing director there for 4 years and I took a voluntary exit to start something new now. So what am I trying to do? So gentlemen, we are very fortunate to witness a big transition happening as we speak. Okay. The last transition in communication happened between the landlines to wireless. Right? How many people have seen landlines? In every corner we used to see 1 rupee coin booths and street phones and all these things.
Right.
They're not there now. Everybody is having a mobile phone. Right? This transition was actually captured by US. Now it is monopoly now. And China is also entering into it. Another biggest transformation is happening, that is from wireless to satellites. Okay? What does it mean? The towers that you see here will no longer be there in the next 10 years. They will cease to exist. All your cellular devices will directly talk to satellites. This technology today is called as NTN, non-terrestrial networks. Okay? People are calling it 6G, or some people are calling it 5G. Anyways, this is a big transition happening. Beyond satellites, I don't know what's going to happen. I was recently in Delhi trying to get an appointment in the DMO office to pitch this idea and make our Prime Minister aware of how grave situation we are in. If India ever wants to secure its footing in the world economy, they have to invest in this transition, this technology transition, because now it is a level playing field. So this is about the technology. I am trying to set up my own global satellite cellular network. own my own satellites, own the devices on the ground. So I'm trying to raise close to 100 to 200 million dollars. I'm in the war path for the last 1.5 year. Thanks to Professor Machin, through one of the references, working towards this. How it will help the sustainability. So that's a very important thing. See, today we talk about green, right? Green energy and sustainability, environmental. What I feel, my perspective, you may correct me, you should first monitor what's happening. You should have the ability to monitor, track, and then take actions. The ability to monitor the global climatic changes or the green and all, we don't have the capability now. Okay, we have the satellites today that are used typically for, the images you are able to see. These are all passive way of monitoring things. Actively, what's happening in the ocean currents, what is happening in the forest, all these things we are not unable to monitor. So my technology is to build a satellite-based IoT sensor, okay, which will last for 5 to 6 years of single charge. It will be a 5 rupee coin. You throw this sensor anywhere in the world, it will track and relay the data to my satellites and directly goes to the cloud. So such is the technology. Smart farming, agriculture is a very important industry for India. Even if you are able to increase the yield by 10% or let's say 5%, it's a big difference. So imagine a sensor, you can plug it into the agriculture field, monitor the nitrogen, phosphorus and other contents, and relate to the satellites and then give a complete AI-based data analytics to the farmer. Where, in which part of the agricultural area you have the nitrogen or phosphorus gas, what needs to be done, how much water you have to do, all those things can be done. Okay. Similarly, for let us say climate changes, oceanic currents are the currents which actually control all over the climates in the world. I'm not sure how many people know that. There is a current which flows around the earth, okay, which are not monitored today. 1 degree change in the temperature in the ocean creates havocs, creates hurricanes. Today, we are only using satellite imagery to predict what's happening. So another application is to have a biodegradable sensor. You just throw it in the oceans, millions of them. For 5 years, it will collect the data in real time. In real time, you will come to what's happening in the ocean belt, the complete ocean. What speed is going, what the temperature changes, and all these things. So the applications are extremely large. I hope to get good support from the team here. I brought my advisor, Mr. Hanif, is in there. We are in the war path of raising the funds and trying to create awareness. I have left my very high-paying job, so I'll be very honest with you. I would have chosen a path of luxury and corporate life, but I have given up to do something for the nation and to leave a mark.
Great.
So, thank you, Professor Ayat, for being
In fact, it was the chairman of the National Building Construction Corporation who made us meet. So there's nothing to hide. So imagine from where the connection comes. And when I heard him, it was like a quick meeting. There was no confirmation. He's calling me, and I'm already out of the zone. And then he says, no, I said, done. I come out, and within 1 hour we are there. Both of us sitting at a hotel, and his live demonstration is doing on the 4G network without any system. Right on the table, we had our own 4G network. So I thought this guy is out to do some extraordinary thing. And I, whatever way we can raise capital, and I've already discussed with you. That's not a public discourse right now. But people like you need a lot of backup, and that's what I'm saying. We need to look at what we need, not what the West is telling us. Right? They say you don't have technology. It's bullcrap. I have, as I told you, I've seen hydrogen operating in my engines 25 years back. I built between 1996 to 2000. This was what said for you to know. In the same system, I delivered in my hand in Excel captive power plants in this country. And we beat Chinese. 4,000 megawatt was my single hand work in India. It is still the world record. Captive power plant 4,000 megawatt using heavy fuel. It was carbon fuel. But 4,000 megawatt, the Chinese could not even 3,000 megawatt. If I add my friend's Versila's capacity, we did more than 7,500 megawatt. Beat the Chinese black and blue in liquid fuel powers. तो कभी हारे नहीं ऐसा नहीं हुआ. Will चाहिए. I keep telling you, solar. It was our white paper, sir. Russ. It was picked up through Tobias Engelmeyer. He runs an organization called Bridge to India, the German company. The stupid fellow went and gave all my white paper to the Chinese fellows in Delhi. They were excited. My government did not execute. They have done 300 gigawatt plus. की रेस है. पता नहीं किसने बनाई है. So हमें ये attitude बंद करना चाहिए. It's not about sitting on the rooftop and telling we're doing the best things. India should still reach its efficiency. Yes, we are a big economy. We are 4 trillion. But the moment we convert it into per capita GDP, we will come at 144. No, our friends from Bhutan have a higher per capita than India. Are you aware about it? How many of you know? Our per capita is $2,731. Bhutan per capita is close to $3,800. Right? Vietnam's is above 4,000. So what are we talking? What are we discussing? We're saying small economy inflation. Hey, how yaar? Baat सीधी करो. You know, let's be very clear what we have achieved. We have not achieved. China is $20 billion. Can India with 1.5 billion remain 4, 5 billion, 7 billion? So that is what this fund is pitching for. This fund wants leapfrog. It wants leapfrog. Suddenly 1 billion comes, and then we go to the next level. We become 8 to 10 billion. And my target is 2032, 13 trillion. And what is the power generation of the power side? I can give you the equation. We need 1 to 1.2 terawatt of installed capacity. With a 60% conversion ratio, 65% conversion ratio. Right now we are 450 gigawatt, and what we are delivering is about 1950 terawatt hour, which conversion by megawatt or relative to megawatt of generation there, because it's very complex in hybrid mix. I'm not explaining that. There's peak power and there is base load power. But we are delivering only, we are reaching 255 gigawatt. We are never able to go beyond that. And the moment we go 260, 265, our grid will collapse.